Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Utapatagamanam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakana Raghunatham Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadutam Parijana Saidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shivishakam Vidamsya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namostude Tapta Kanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Shabano Sude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishnaya Bhudale Shrimade Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhaktavranda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naisteki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langaya Degirim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Sri Gurum Dinadarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyameswaram Yonda Pravishya Mama Achumamam Prasuktam Sanjeevayati Akhila Shakti Dharaswadamnam Anyam Chahastacharana Shravana Tugadin Pranam Namo Bhagavate Rushaya Dubhyam Jayadam Suruto Pangor Mama Mandamadirgati Masarvasya Padambujo Radha Madana Mohano Tamadi Devam Karunanidhanam Tamala Varnam Suhitavataram Apara Samsara Samudra Sedum Bhajamahe Bhagavata Swarupam Paramananda Pathaya Premavarshi Aksharayade Sarvada Sarvasevyaya Shri Krishnaya Namostume Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadale Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namo Hare Krishna Hari Om Tat Sat. So, welcome all the devotees for today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 5th chapter, 31st sloka onwards. Enaivaaham bhagavato vasudevasya vedasa mayanubhavama avidam yena kachanti tatpadam. Enaivaaham bhagavato vasudevasya vedasa mayanubhavam avidam yena kachanti tatpadam. Okay, Uma.
Hare Krishna.
Right.
येनैवाहं भगवतो वासुदेवस्य वेदसा मायानुभावमविदं येन गच्छन्ति तत्पदम्.
Okay, Jiveshwari Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. येनेवाहं भागवतो वासुदेवस्य वेदसा मायानुभावमिवदं वेने गच्छन्ति तल्पदम्.
Very bold. Sini Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. येनैवाहं भगवतो वासुदेवस्य वेदसा मायानुभावम् अविदं येन गच्छन्ति तत्पदम्.
Very bold. Translation, can you please read?
By me, Prabhuji?
Yeah, please read.
By that confidential knowledge, I could understand clearly the influence of the energy of Lord Sri Krishna, the creator, maintainer, and annihilator of everything. By knowing that one can return to him and personally meet him.
Very good. So, by the knowledge imparted by the Bhaktivedanta devotees, Narada could understand the influence of the energy of Lord Sri Krishna. Because the knowledge that was imparted is about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, who is the creator, maintainer, and annihilator. So by knowing this knowledge, it is possible for us to go back home, back to Godhead and meet him personally. Now, we cannot meet him personally. We cannot meet him personally. Only we understand the absolute truth that he is the creator, maintainer, and later. Just like in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says to Arjuna, Janma karma chame divyam. Evam yo veti tattvadaha. Tyaktva punarjanma naiti mam eti swarjana. Okay. Those who understand my appearance and activities in truth, okay, in truth, they will come back to me. They will not take birth again in this material world. See? Similarly, here, even Narada is also telling the same thing. Once you understand that he is the creator, maintainer, annihilator, in truth, then it is possible for anyone and everyone to go back to him and personally meet him. Now we can meet him in what form? We can meet him in temples, in the Archa Vigraha form. We can meet him in the form of Bhagavatam, in the form of Bhagavad Gita, okay, in the form of devotees, those who are representative of the Supreme Personality. We cannot meet him personally, but his representations are there. Bhagavatam is not different from Supreme Lord. Nama is not different from Supreme Lord. And in fact, the devotees, the pure devotees are not different from Supreme Lord. So we are not bereft of meeting him. Only thing is we cannot meet him personally. That's the only difference. But here we have all the facilities to meet him. Bhagavatam, the pure devotees of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavad Gita, Archa Vigraha, everything is there. So we are not bereft. But still, when we go to the Supreme Personality of Godhead's abode, we can meet him personally. Even in the material world, it is possible, provided we become pure, unadulterated, 24 karat gold, no mixing. We should become pure. Okay. So then it is possible. Just like Narada gets an opportunity to get his audience in his heart once. Then he tries again to get his audience, but not Krishna tells him not now. When you become completely pure, you'll meet me face to face 24 hours a day. So that is in his next life, he becomes a pure devotee and he gets a chance to go around his creation, both spiritual and material, without any passport and visa. For us, we need to get a passport and visa to go to other countries, isn't it? Without a valid passport and visa, we cannot go to other countries. What about the other planets? What about the spiritual planets? It's next to impossible. So Narada gets a free passport and free visa, free entry to any and every planet, both material and spiritual. So this is the benefits that the pure devotee gets. So whenever the Lord goes to different planetary systems for performing leelas, just like how he came to this, Brahmanda for performing leelas during the Dwapara Yuga, Narada was there. When the Supreme Lord goes to other planetary system, other universes, Narada can go. So he is part of the entourage. Okay, because he has become a pure devotee. Now he has become a pure devotee. He doesn't now become an impure devotee at any time. So that guarantee, Lord Krishna says, Natad bhashete suryu, na shashanko na pavakaha, yad gatva na nivartante tad dhama paramam. So those who come back to my abode will never come back to this material world for perpetual suffering. So once you become liberated from this material existence, you're always in a liberated condition only. No Maya, no impurity can touch. That is what here Narada Maharshi is telling. So by devotional service or by the most confidential knowledge, one can understand very easily how the different energies of the Lord are working One part of his energy is manifesting the material world. The other superior part of his energy is manifesting the spiritual world. So Lord has multifold energies, out of which three are primary, internal, external, and marginal. So all the material world is being created by his external energy. That's what it is mentioned. One part of his energy is manifesting the material world. The other superior part of his energy is manifesting the spiritual world. With the internal potency, he is maintaining or manifesting the spiritual world. With the external energy, he is manifesting the material world. And his intermediate energy, Tatasta Shakti. Tatas means on the sea bank or river bank. It is marginal. Intermediary energy is manifesting the living entities who are serving either of the above mentioned energies. So we fall under the category of Tatasta Shakti or marginal energy, intermediary energy. So according to our choice, we have a choice. What is the choice? Either we can remain in this material world, suffer, or we can go to the spiritual world and enjoy. Choice is ours. Now we have opted to remain in this material world thinking that this is permanent and the enjoyment is here. That is our misconception. The eternal enjoyment, happiness is there in the spiritual world. But unfortunately, we have deviated. Okay, we have been drifted away from our Supreme Father, and we are swimming in the ocean of material existence without any navigation. Nobody is to navigate. Now, if we catch hold of a guru, a spiritual master, the parampara, the sampradaya, there's somebody to navigate and somebody to guide us. Okay, that is what the whole process. Connecting to sampradaya, connecting to the parampara, getting initiated from a guru who will vouch for us. Now we are just like orphan. Nobody to vouch for us. Nobody to navigate. Nobody to instruct us. So we don't know the right direction. Sometimes we are going right, sometimes left, sometimes front, sometimes back. There are 10 directions. So we are going in different directions, not knowing which is the right direction to the spiritual. So if we fall in the category, because the living entities are basically in the intermediate energy, that is the marginal potency. Now it is up to us to utilize this God-given opportunity to go back home, back to God, rather than enjoying this material world, thinking that this is where our happiness lies. This is just as in Prabhupada's verse, phantasmagoria. Prabhupada says that it's a phantasmagoria, thinking that this material world will give us all enjoyment. But every time we think that I'm enjoying, immediately misery follows. Immediately, next moment. Isn't it? There'll be never ever a time that we'll be enjoying always. The moment you think, oh, it's nice, today is gone without any problem, immediately the next problem comes. So we cannot, God will not allow us to enjoy, especially those who are aspiring, those who are having some inclination towards the Supreme Lord. He will not allow us. He will give free hand to those who are not having any inclination towards devote service. To them, he will give. You enjoy as much as you want. But those who are inclined devotionally, he will not allow us to enjoy. Why? Why will not allow us to enjoy? What is the reason?
We will forget God.
We forget Krishna.
What is that, Prabhu?
We will forget Krishna.
Yeah. Those who are inclined towards devotional service, he wants us to get us back. He wants us back in his abode. He doesn't want us to stay in this mode. Only when we are frustrated adequately, in this material world, then we'll think of going back home, back to Godhead. Others, he has given free hand. Okay, you want to enjoy? Enjoy. When you are, frustrated, automatically you will come back. Let them enjoy. Just like the parents sometimes give freedom to the children. Go and enjoy as much as you want in the ground, but not at home. Don't make the home messy. You go out and play. When you are tired, you come back. So he will give you that. But those who are inclined toward our service, he will take a little, he will inspire us, he'll motivate us, he'll guide us, and he will put us, he'll put miseries more on us so that we'll go back to him as early as possible. So we are put in the intermediate energy that is marginal. Okay, the dasa Shakti. So we can choose. That freedom is there. That free will is given to us. So, and his intermediate energy is maintaining and the living energies who are serving either of the above mentioned energies, either in internal or external. So internal means we are liberated. External means we are conditioned. If we are coming under the internal energy, then we are already liberated. We are coming under the external energy, we are bound, we are conditioned. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, Mahatmanastu mam partha devim prakriti mashrida bhajanti ananya manasu nyatva bodhadim abhyayam. Mahatmanas, the great souls, they come under the Devi Prakriti. Devi Prakriti means internal. And what do? Devi Prakriti Asa bhajanti ananya manasu. They worship me without any other thought. Now we have to introspect ourselves. Are we having that single point of attention in worshiping the Supreme Lord alone? Or are we irresolute in our purpose? We are going here, we are going there, we are going other place, this place. Wherever we get some material benefit, we are going here and there. Or are we only focusing on the absolute truth, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, without expecting any material result? So that's why I say Mahatmas, the great soul, they come under the energy or potency of Devi Prakriti, the internal potency. That's why they're able to worship me with any other thought, Ananya Manasu. But that is resolute in purpose. They know only one way, the way to Supreme Personality of Godhead. They don't go here and there. They don't go worship anyone and any high great personalities. They don't worship the demigods. They know those are all very temporary. It will not direct you to the supreme destination. So they have Ananya Bhakti. And then, okay. So that's what Krishna says to Arjuna also. Okay. So the living entities serving material energy are struggling hard for existence and happiness, which is presented to them as solution. Devihi esha gunamahi mama maya durataya mam evaye prapadyande mayam edam tarantide. Okay. Devihi esha gunamahi mama maya durataya. This material energy is also my energy. It is very difficult to overcome. It is very difficult. But it is easy to overcome if you take shelter of me. Devi Hesha Gunamai, Mama Maya Durataya. It's very difficult to overcome. Okay. What is that? Devi Hesha Gunamai, Mama Maya Durataya, Mam Evaye Prapadyante. Mayam Evam Tarantide. Those who have taken shelter of me, it's easy to cross over. Just like he will make it so easy, just like in the rainy season. Okay. The water contains the footprint of calf. How much it is? Just few centimeters dia, isn't it? Is it difficult to cross over? No. So he will make it so easy that the whole material existence, the whole material ocean will be like that of a water containing the footprint of a calf. So easy to cross over. If you take shelter of him, not his energy, material energy. So, which is presented to them as illusions. So that is illusion, that we will get enjoyment in this material world. That is illusion. Maya is so strong. Maya will allure us by showing us so many things. Just like the children are allured by showing them the sugar candy, the sweet, other such attractive things. So even though it is dangerous, children of small age, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, some unknown people calls, they go. How they are allured? By showing them something interested to them, that is chocolate and other such things. So Maya is alluring us also, although we are mature now. We are not children anymore. But as far as attractions are concerned, we are children. Attraction to the worldly comforts, worldly facilities. So when this can be very visibly seen when we go to supermarket, hypermarket, malls. We go to hypermarket, we don't really need the things, but we keep on buying things which are not even necessary because we are getting attracted. Oh, there is a 25% off. There is a 50% off. It is you take one, you get two free. What is this? We don't need it. But immediately we are attracted. Why not? It's free. We are getting one free, but we don't actually need it, but we keep buying it. Is this not allurement? This is Maya. This is a simple example of Maya. Like that, Maya keeps attracting us in many ways, and we get trapped in that Maya's energy. So the Lord decides, as he has directly said in the Bhagavad Gita, that all conditioned souls rotting in the kingdom of the material energy come back to him by giving up all engagements in the material world. This is what Lord decides, but we don't decide. We think that this place is it's a paradise. We can enjoy nicely. We have really forgotten that this is not a place of enjoyment. Lord Krishna has put a stamp. Dukkhalayam ashashvata. It's a place full of miseries. It is temporary, but still doesn't go into our brain. We think that we can enjoy here. And so instead of enjoying, we are really rotting in this kingdom of material energy. And so those who really rot in this material energy will think of going back home, back to Godhead. Giving up all the so-called engagement, so-called comfort of this material world. So this is the most confidential part of the knowledge. So this knowledge, although it is openly given, we cannot digest it, isn't it? How many of us can digest this? It's an openly given secret, most confidential knowledge. It's openly given, but why it still remains secret? Because it never goes into our brain. Isn't it? We still think that we can live in this material world very nicely, enjoying all comforts and facilities. Prabhupada also had to undergo a lot of inconveniences, a lot of hardships. Why? Krishna had a plan for him. So whatever business he started, it was going pauper. He was going pauper. He was getting defeated in all his endeavors. Why? Krishna had a higher purpose for him, because he's a pure devotee. So through him, using him as an intermediary to reclaim people like us, he saw that all his endeavors or ventures are spoiled, and he got defeated, so that he could take up complete 24 hours Krishna conscious activities. So he had no other option but to take up devotional service, leave everything, take up sannyasa, go to Western world as instructed by his spiritual master Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj. So he went at the advanced age of 70 with 40 rupees in his hand, which he did not use also. But from there, he started the whole kingdom spiritual kingdom called ISKCON. And because of his that compassion, we are all sitting here and discussing and trying to understand Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, the purpose of life and everything. So we are all fortunate enough to come under the umbrella and shelter of Srila Prabhupada. So the concept, the concrete example is Narada himself, who attained the stage of eternal knowledge and eternal bliss. The Prabhupada says in this that the best example is Narada himself. We are reading the conversation between Narada and Vyasadeva. So Narada is explaining to Vyasadeva about his own life, previous life, how he was, what he was, how he became a pure devotee. So he's just explaining everything to Vyasadeva. So, and the ways and means are open to all, provided one agrees to follow in the footsteps of Narada. So it's, although we think that it's very difficult, it is open to all. Only thing is, Mahajano Enagathasa Pantha. We should follow in the footsteps of great personalities like Narada Muni. Then it is possible. Don't make our own agenda. Okay, we are not defect-free pieces. We are full of defects. Okay, we are not defect-free pieces. So we have to follow that personalities who are defect-free, just like Narada, Mahajana. Okay, there are 12 great personalities like Lord Shiva, Brahma, Prahlada, Janaka, Bhishma, Yamaraj, Narada, and who else? Eh?
Bili Maharaja.
Yamaraj. Yeah. There are 12 personalities. We should follow in their footsteps. Then our life is successful. Here, Prabhupada says, follow in the footsteps of Sri Narada Muni. According to Shruti, Supreme Lord has unlimited energies. Okay, multivarious energies. The prime, as I told you, these are the three, without effort by him. So our energy means we have put in a lot of effort. Okay. We cannot just think and the energy will come. But here, the energy of Supreme Lord without any effort. And these are described under three principal headings as above mentioned. That is internal, external, marginal. Andaranga Shakti, Bahiranga Shakti, Tadasa Shakti. So this is in brief. So any questions or any comments? Or shall we go to the next verse 32?
ഹരീഷ്ണ പ്രഭു ഞാൻ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ നിന്ന് ഇത് ഗസ്റ്റ് വന്നുണ്ട്
എന്താണ്
ക്ലാസ്സിൽ നിന്ന് ഇറങ്ങുവാ പറയാ
ജോലി
ഫ്രണ്ട് ഒരു ഗസ്റ്റ് വന്നുണ്ട്
ഓക്കെ
ഡിവോട്ടി
ഓക്കെ നോ പ്രോബ്ലം ഓക്കെ
വിളിക്കാം പ്രഭു വിളിക്കാം
ശരി Hare Krishna. So next 32. Edas samsuchidam brahmam tapatraya chikishidam yadishare bhagavati karma brahmani bhavitam. Edas samsuchitam brahmam tapatraya chikishidam yadishare bhagavati karma brahmani bhavitam. Okay, Sinimadaji.
Hare Krishna. Edad samsujitam brahmam stavatraya chikitsitam yad ishvare bhagavati karma brahmani bhavitam. Hare
Very
Krishna.
good. Uma.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
एतत् संसुचितं ब्रह्मं तापत्रयं चिकित्सितं यद् ईश्वरे भगवति कर्म ब्रह्माणि भावितम्.
Very good. Okay, and Vivek Prabhu, can you please read the translation?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji,
Hare Krishna.
O Brahmana Vyasadeva, it is decided by the learned that the best remedial measures for removing all troubles and miseries is to dedicate one's activities to the service of the Supreme Lord Personality of Godhead.
Very good. Oh, Brahmana Vyasadeva, it is decided by the learned that the best remedial measure for removing all troubles and miseries is to dedicate one's activities to the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. So, Narada Maharshi is instructing Vyasadeva, okay, that the best remedy to get out of all the material miseries, troubles, to just focus on the worship of and the service of Supreme Personality of God. So we have to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And how to serve, that is also given in the Srimad Bhagavatam only. Navavidha Bhakti. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atma Nivedan. So we should dedicate in serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead with any of the 9 limbs of this devotional activities or all the limbs. Whatever is possible. So dedicate our life just to serve. So this human life is a very, very, very rarely achieved form of life. No other lives can support this service. Only human life we can do service to Supreme Lord. So utilize this life to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Dedicate, not for sense gratification. Because these sense gratificatory activities, we have had this many, many times in our previous lives in different species. When we were aquatics, when we were trees and plants, when we were birds, when we were animals, we have enjoyed this. Many, many lifetimes we have enjoyed. So why not utilize this human form of life? Only to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Dedicate this. That's what Narada Maharshi is instructing. Dedicate. Don't deviate from this. If you deviate, then again there is a chance, there is a risk of gliding down to lower species. Lower species means then again through the set path of the material laws, we have to come back to this human form. It takes billions and trillions and zillions of births. So are we not risking this golden opportunity by not following the instruction given by the Mahajana Narada? We are risky. We are risky because we are not having the concrete, the firm faith in the words of these Mahajanas. That's the problem. We hear from here, leave it from here. Iskan se suno, iskan se chodo. That's what people do. So we are in ISKCON. So we have to hear from here. It should penetrate into our heart. So we should start applying this instruction, not just ignoring the instruction. So the best remedial measure for removing all troubles. Otherwise, we'll have to undergo these miseries again and again. Can anyone say that we are misery free in this? Everyone in this forum, we are undergoing some problem or the other. Some may accept, some may not accept it. That's it. If you ask anybody, how are you? Some people say, I'm super fine. That is only coming from here, from the tongue, not from the core of the heart. Nobody is super fine. Everybody, they are undergoing. Yes, we will prove. Are you super fine?
Yeah, sometimes only. Occasionally.
Yeah, occasionally, yes. No, we can be eternally super fine, provided we take up this process. Dedicate one's activities to the service of. For that, we don't have to leave anything. So some people have a misconception that we have to leave our job, we have to leave our family, we have to leave. No, only a small paradigm shift. All the activities that we are doing, all allowed activities. all the permissible activities, we have to just doubt it to spiritual activities. No, we cannot stop the work. We have to go to office. Yes, go to the office. No problem. Maintain your family. Be with family. Have a loving relationship with the family members. Everything is possible, but at the same time, we can dedicate our activities to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is possible. So nothing is impossible. But there is a small shift that is required in our attitude, in our consciousness. That is what is required. Because Lord knows our limitations. Especially we are in the age of Kali. We are in the age of Kali. So we have to make this our primary duty. But unfortunately, we have made this our secondary duty. The dedicating our activities to Supreme. Make this as primary duty. All the secondary duties will be taken care of. Our job, our relation, our health, all other things will be automatically taken care of if we concentrate, focus, and dedicate in the service of Supreme Personality. That is primary. Because we are part and parcel of that Supreme Lord. Mamai Vamsho Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana, Manashashtani Indriyani Pragnistani Kashil. So we are all part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. Being part and parcel, it is our duty, okay, our innate nature to support the whole unit. That is Supreme Personality of God. So that's what Narada Maharshi or Narada Muni is explaining to Vyasadeva. So Sri Narada Muni personally experienced that the most feasible and practical way to open the path of salvation or get relief from all miseries of life is to hear submissively the transcendental activities of the Lord from the right and bona fide sources. So this we have to be very careful. So how we can do that? How we can practically apply that to go back home, back to God, to get liberated from this material existence, to get relief from the miseries, to hear submissively the transcendental activities of the Lord from the right and bona fide sources. Especially in the age of Kali, there are so many school of thoughts, so many branches, so many organizations. Okay, they may be doing great, but we have to see whether they are authentic, they are bona fide, they are leading us to the right destination. Okay, we may be impressed by their activities, but are they really taking us to the right destination? We have to see. How we can see that? Are they following any parampara? Are they in the right sampradaya? Are they in the right discipline succession? We have to see that. So we should get connected to the right discipline succession only then. Just like there is a powerhouse, there's a bulb. Okay, there is no connection from the powerhouse to the bulb. Will the bulb give us light? No. There should be a connection. Similarly, if we have to get connected to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we should be connected to the parampara first. Through the via medium of parampara, we are getting connected to the Supreme Personality of God, Krishna. So some, so-called self-proclaimed gurus or avatars cannot do that. There are so many like imposters who, for the sake of their survival, name and fame, they may act as avatars or yogis, this and that. They may have some powers also, but are they really directing us to the ultimate goal of human life? So there are some checks for that. Which sampradaya they are connected to, how he or she is behaving, what qualification they have got. Are they doing for money's sake, name's sake, or really they want to take us out of this mental existence? So these things we have to check before we follow anybody. So we know for sure that the sampradaya that we are following is Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Sampradaya, which stems from Lord Krishna to Brahma, to Madhavacharya, to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we are in the right parampara. We are in the right school of thought. The destination is back home, back to Godhead. Only thing is, now we have to take it seriously and we have to practice it. Okay? The philosophy is the best philosophy, the best prasadam, best deities, okay, best kirtan, best devotee associate, everything is best. We have to slowly and gradually come to the standard that Prabhupada has set. That is what we have to do. So this is the only remedial process. The entire material existence is full of miseries. Entire material existence is full of miseries. Foolish people have manufactured out of their tiny brains many remedial measures for removing the threefold miseries pertaining to the body, mind, pertaining to the natural disturbances, and the relation with other living beings. So Prabhupada says here, in this material world, people have manufactured their own material remedy as a part of solution to come out of the threefold miseries. So what are the threefold miseries? Adhyatmik, Adhibaudik, and Adidevik. So Adhyatmics are miseries inflicted upon us, our body and mind, okay, by ourselves. Adhibautik inflicted by the other living entities, miseries inflicted by other living entities. And Adidevik are natural calamities from the nature. So we can have some temporary solution for that, not a permanent solution. We cannot get out of that. All the material remedies cannot help us. Any material remedies cannot help us for a permanent solution, permanent escape. Some temporary solution here and there. So who can help us? Only the Supreme Lord. Because He has given us very clearly this information that this place is a place full of miseries and temporary. So don't try to increase your comfort level, or don't try to find out material remedies for material miseries. For material miseries, spiritual remedies should be there. Just like in a jail, there are victims. So suppose I have a friend who is in the jail for some reason. He cannot come out. So instead of me trying to getting out of the jail, give him freedom, I'm trying to give him more facilities in the jail, giving a fan or giving an AC, a table and chair and books, computer, this and that. Will it be sufficient? Will it help him? Yes, some comfort will be there, but still he is within the confinement of the jail. He cannot go out. He doesn't have any freedom. We need freedom. So within this big jail we are. Within this big jail, we cannot go to that place where there are no miseries unless we take up this spiritual path. So the whole world is struggling very hard to exist out of these miseries. But men do not know that without the sanction of the Lord, no plan or no remedial measure can actually bring about the desired peace and tranquility. So if we really want peace and tranquility in our life, no material remedy, only spiritual remedy. Take up to Krishna consciousness, submit to the Supreme Lord's desires, follow the great personalities like Narada. Then only, so that's what Narada is instructing here to Vyasadeva also. No shortcut. No shortcut. We have to follow in the footsteps of the Acharyas. Then it is possible. So we will get the desired peace and tranquility. The remedial measure to cure a patient by medical treatment is useless if it is not sanctioned by them. Yes, it is very true. The remedial measure to cure a patient by medical treatment is useless if it is not sanctioned by. If it is sanctioned by the Lord, it will be helpful. If it is not sanctioned, srama evahi kevalam. Srama evahi kevalam. Only just, what do you call it? Just our fruitless endeavor. Hard labor. That's it. how much ever the physician may be expert, if it is not sanctioned by the Supreme Lord, his statement will not be successful. If the Supreme Lord wants to sanction, then it will be successful. But again, it is temporary. Over a period of time, this body itself will get perished. So how long we can treat and keep this body intact? For some time. But we need a healthy body also. It's not that we just write it off. Okay, it is body is going to perish, so I will just ignore. No, we need the body to do divine service, and body, healthy body. Otherwise, we will not be able to do neither spiritual nor material service. So we have to take care of the body. It's not that simply just ignore. We have to take care. Even though we are living in this material body, this body is perishable. We have to take care of it. We have to take care of our relatives. We have to take care of everything. But at the same time, understand that this is temporary. The prime duty is to take care of our spiritual needs. And as I told you, when we take care of the spiritual needs, the material needs will be met automatically by the sanction of the Supreme Lord. So that is what we have to give importance. So no compromise on spiritual activities, devote service. Whatever happens, if you have committed that I will chant 2 rounds or 4 rounds or 16, we have to do it. No compromise. We can so Prabhupada, was asked by his devotees, Prabhupada, we have so much of services. We don't get time to chant 16 rounds. So Prabhupada asked, do you get time to eat food 3 times? Yes. Okay. Cut the eating time. Don't eat 1 time, chant. Why? It's not that not to eat. To give the importance of chanting, that should not be compromised. You can compromise still the food. That much time you can utilize for. So that is a message here. Not that he is telling not to eat. Somehow or other, you should not compromise on spiritual activities, because all our material activities are also depending on our spiritual activities. If the material activities have to go nicely, we have to have the spiritual activities intact. We should conduct that very nicely. So that is what the message is. So we should know for certain that the Lord is the ultimate sanctioning officer. And we must therefore dedicate our attempts to the mercy of the Lord for ultimate success, or to get rid of the obstacles on the path of success. So there will be so many obstacles from ourselves because we are lazy, we are less fortunate, we are always disturbed. And from, as we told, the threefold miseries from other living entities and from natural calamities. So if we have to have the ultimate success, we should have the blessings of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Only then we can come out of it. So the Lord is all-pervading, all-powerful, omniscient and omnipotent. So he is omnipresent, omniscient and omnipotent. The Lord is omnipotent. He has all the energies, all the potencies. He is omniscient. He has all the knowledge. Whatever is happening in any nook and corner of this creation, both spiritual and material, he knows, because he is there. He is all-pervasive and he is omnipresent. Everywhere he is full. He is the ultimate sanctioning agent of all good and bad effects. Okay. The bad effects also because of his sanctioning, good also coming because of his sanctioning. According to our karma, the reaction will come definitely. We should therefore learn to dedicate our activities under the mercy of the Lord and accept him either as impersonal or Brahman, localized Paramatma, or Supreme Personality of Godhead. It does not matter what one is, one must dedicate everything in the service of the Lord. If one is a learned scholar, scientist, philosopher, poet, etc., then he should employ his learning to establish systems. So whatever position or whatever capabilities or talents that we have, we should utilize all these things to establish the supremacy of the Lord and guide others who are under us properly. That is what we should do. Try to study the energy of the Lord in every sphere of life. Do not decry him and try to become like him or take his position simply by fragmental accumulation of life. Just that we have something, some money, some knowledge, some name and fame. Don't try to compete with the Lord. That one day I become Lord. No, that is a foolish thing. If one is an administrator, statesman, warrior, politician, etc., that one should try to establish the Lord's supremacy in statesmanship. Fight for the cause of the Lord as Sri Arjuna did. In the beginning, Sri Arjuna, the great fighter, declined to fight, but when he was convinced by the Lord that the fighting was necessary, Sri Arjuna changed his decision and fought for his cause. So Arjuna in the beginning was reluctant to fight, but when he was convinced, so that is the right way of doing things, then he agreed to that proposal. Think always that the money which is accumulated, think always that the money which is accumulated is the wealth of the Lord. That is very difficult for us to think that way. When we have some money, it is my money, it is my parents. What he here say? Think always that the money which is accumulated is the wealth of the Lord. Why? Why he said so? Because any time he can snatch this away. We think that it is my money. We have put in the bank fixed deposit or mutual funds or share this and that. But what is the guarantee tomorrow the bank will become bankrupt and our money will be pauper. So we have to always think that it is not my money, it belongs to the Supreme Lord. So even if it goes, we can keep our tranquility and peace of mind. Otherwise, we'll be crying like anything. Oh, my hard-earned money is gone. And when we think, oh, yeah, God has given us, He has taken it back. It's easy to say, but to come to that realization, really, we need the blessings of Supreme Lord. So Lakshmi is like that. Wealth is considered to be the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, and the Lord is Narayana, or the husband of Lakshmi. Try to engage Lakshmi in the service of the Lord. The Lakshmi is goddess of fortune, the consort of Narayana. We have to use the consort in the service of the master. That is the way to realize the Lord in every sphere of life. The best thing is, after all, to get relief from the material activities and engage oneself completely in hearing the transcendental pastimes of the Lord. But in case of the absence of such an opportunity, one should try to engage in the service of the Lord, everything for which one has specific attraction. And that is the way of peace and prosperity. The word samsuchidam in this stanza is also significant. One should not think for a moment that the realization of Narada was a childish imagination only. It is not like that. It is so realized by the expert and erudite scholars, and that is the real import of this word, samsuchitam. Okay. So one should not think that Narada's argument is just like childish argument. It's just imaginary. No, it's not like that. It is the real message to all of us so that we can come to the stage of tranquility and peace of mind. Otherwise, we'll be repenting, we'll be crying, we'll be lamenting, we'll be always in distress. Okay? Know that this is temporary, this money is, or this possession or this name, and this name is temporary with us. We are just custodian for some time by the will of the Lord, by the blessings of the Lord. It can be snatched away at any time if we misuse it. We should understand that. Okay, Hare Krishna. So Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo अनंत कोटि वैष्णवती की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय, ताय गो प्रेमानंद हरि हरि. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.